Hello everyone, this is Pinky and welcome back to my channel. And if you are here for the first time, a very warm welcome to you. September was overall a good reading month. I got through 9 books. It's one of those months where the genres were all over the place, which is exactly how I like it. I'll divide them up by genre so it's easier to follow along. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the middle grade book that I read, A Kind of Paradise by Amy Rebecca Tan. It's about Jamie Bunn who gets caught cheating at school and has to spend her summer doing community service at the local library. At first, she dreads it, but slowly she begins to discover that the library isn't just a building full of books, but the heart of a community, a place where stories and people intersect. Jamie's character growth was really genuine, and the cast of side characters gave the book a lot of warmth. It wasn't overly dramatic or heavy, just quietly uplifting in the best way. I gave this one 4 stars, a comforting, thoughtful read that really emphasizes the importance of libraries as a safe haven. Of course, I had to continue the Amulet series, and I picked up book 3, The Cloud Searchers. This series is so visually stunning. The art, the colors, the way it builds the whole fantasy world. In this book, Emily Navin and her friends are on the search for the lost city of Cialis, and the journey feels bigger and more dangerous. It's just such a joy to look at the illustrations, and this series just keeps getting better. I gave this one a 4 stars and highly recommend the series. And then I read volume 1 of Daytime Shooting Star, which is a shoujo manga. This one follows Suzume, a country girl who moves to Tokyo and has to navigate all the chaos of a new school, new friends, and of course complicated feelings. It has that classic shoujo mix of humor, awkwardness, and a sweetness. The illustrations are cute, and you can definitely see the setup for some love triangle drama down the line. I gave it 4 stars, and as a first volume, it has done its job wonderfully. It has introduced the characters, set the tone, and has definitely made me want to pick up volume 2. Now moving on to translated fiction, The Traveling Cat Chronicles by Hiro Arikawa. On the surface, it's about Satoru and his cat Nana traveling across Japan, but it's really about memory, friendship, and love. Nana is such a strong presence, funny, sarcastic, loyal, and through him we can see Satoru's quiet kindness and sacrifices. It's a slow, gentle story that sneaks up on you emotionally. I gave it a 4 stars and highly recommend that you check it out. Next is a classic, The Death of Ivan Ilyich by Leo Tolstoy. This is short but incredibly powerful. It's about a man who seems successful by society's standards, but when he becomes ill and faces death, he realizes that his life has been hollow. Tolstoy writes about mortality in such a raw, unflinching way that makes you stop and think about what really matters: love, authenticity, compassion, instead of status or appearances. It wasn't an easy read emotionally, but it's the kind of classic that stays with you and really makes you reflect. I gave it a 4 stars. Moving into cozy mystery territory, I read A Cruel Candy, which is the first in the Cozy Corgi series. This was such a light, fun read. It follows Winifred, who opens a bookstore in her hometown and soon finds herself in the middle of a murder mystery. It is classic cozy vibes, small town setting, quirky neighbors, plenty of gossip, and of course a corgi that completely steals the show. The mystery itself wasn't super complex, but I enjoyed it a lot and gave it 4 stars. I also picked up the second book in the series, Traitorous Toys. This one takes place around Christmas in the same little town, which made it even more atmospheric. I loved the holiday backdrop, decorated streets, festive vibes, and of course another murder mystery to keep things interesting. I gave this one a 4 stars as well. This series is definitely one I'll keep continuing whenever I want something warm and relaxing. Now moving on to the two YA books. First is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. This one was such a highlight for me. It follows Frances, a high-achieving student who hides her true geeky self, and Elliot, the creator of a popular mysterious podcast. This book is an absolute masterpiece of exploring academic pressure, identity, and the power of found family. Specifically, a beautiful platonic boy-girl friendship. It's a quiet, character-driven story that hits you right in the heart. I gave it a 4.5 stars. Then I read The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson, who also wrote A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This one follows Bill, whose mother Rachel vanished years ago and was presumed dead until she suddenly reappears. Bill, now 18, is rightly suspicious of her mother's unbelievable story of being held captive. The core mystery, why is she back and what is she hiding, is what keeps you glued to the page in the beginning. However, I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. While Belle's anger and suspicion are completely understandable given her trauma, she's an unnecessarily rude protagonist. Her constant rudeness often made it difficult to fully root for her. Also, though the book was fast-paced, some twists stretched credibly a bit too far. And that's my September wrap-up. My personal favorites this month were Radio Silence for the contemporary side and The Travelling Cat Chronicles for the emotional punch. I would love to know what your favorite read of September was, or if you have read any of these books, let's chat in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you don't miss my next wrap-up. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.